Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Thank you for being here with us at the Wellness Hub with Monica Campana. Today, we have an incredible guest all the way from California. Her name is Stephanie Herman, and she has this. I told her that her life is like a work of art. And so grab your seats and listen to her story and what she's doing today to help people. Stephanie, the floor is yours. Thank you for being here.
Hi. Hello, Monica. Thank you so much for having me on your wonderful channel and welcome everybody. I know some of you are at different time zones. I'm in California and I'm holding my dog Tallulah because the mailman's going to come probably soon and she might go crazy with barking. So I'm trying to keep her nice and calm so she doesn't bark and disturb us. But hello and welcome. Thank you. What would you like to know, Monica?
Tell us about your, I know that there's so much and we don't have a lot of time. We have, less than, 20 minutes, but tell us, how did you start? You are a prodigy and you started as a ballerina, right? So you
Yeah.
started training at what age? Did you
Well,
start?
it actually came to me late in life. My mom was a concert pianist, and whenever she played the piano, I don't know, you could see a picture of her in the background. Her soul would just come out of the ivories, and I felt it. And I just started dancing around. And yeah, I went to a normal school and everything. And in school, during junior high school, when I was 12 years old, I was in the gym class and I was doing crunches. And my gym teacher came over to me and said, "Would you like to be in our ballet group?" And I was like, okay, had nothing, never had ballet in my life. So I went to the group, and at 3 p.m., there was a girl, Erica, who started doing a pirouette on point and a split. And I was like, where'd you learn how to do that? And she said, I go to the School American Ballet. So I went home and I told my mom, I want to go to the School American Ballet. And she called up and found out there was an audition in 2 weeks. I went to the audition and I was taken in. Now, the School of American Ballet is George Balanchine's school from his famous New York City Ballet Company. And I had no idea what I was getting into, this amazing world known company and school behind the company with all these great teachers, and my training was fabulous. And then when I was ready for high school, I went to high school performing arts, which was a gem way back when
Wow.
in 1964. And so I had a really great career. Well, start, I should say, in learning. And then at the age of 19, George Balanchine had a company in Switzerland, a little gem of 46 dancers from all over the world. And he invited me to go to that company. And after a year, I was a soloist and started dancing all some of the major roles that Balanchine choreographed. And then I became principal dancer, and we were touring around the world. And I got to dance with Rudolf Nureyev and Mikhail Baryshnikov. And I had a really illustrious career.
Wow. And so you were doing, and you were basically dancing, what, 5, 6 hours a day?
Yeah, at least 6 hours a day.
Wow. And then what happened? Something happened
Something happened, as it
along
always.
the way.
Once upon a time, yes, I got injured, and when I got injured, I went back to New York to recuperate, and my
How
mom,
old were you? How old were you?
23.
Mm.
And so when I was back in New York, my mother discovered Pilates and sent me to the first disciple of Joseph Pilates, Carola Trier. And I walked in there, and she was working with this guy who was paralyzed from a ski accident. And I was just watching in awe. Every time I'd come in, she'd be finishing up with him, and then she'd work with me. And after like about 6 weeks of working with her, he was walking out with a cane, and I was stronger than I was before I even came to her.
Wow.
So
So
I
you found you just discovered Pilates and the
I
power
just
of
found
Pilates,
how it was,
and then you
yes.
became an expert, a master of
I
Pilates.
became a master, second generation, they call it. And it helped my career. I feel like it really helped my career. And it also is a wonderful tool for helping others heal too, which I love using. And you can say I'm like a chef, where I've learned all different disciplines in my life. Because later on in life, I went back to being a principal ballerina. And, kind of like a football star, you're going to get injured again. It's just part of the game. And yes, I did get injured again. And the second time, doctors couldn't understand how to heal me.
Mm.
So I had to reach out to alternative therapies and educate myself on physical therapy and kinesiology and the anatomy. And after 3 hard years of being really injured, I mean, I couldn't even walk, I couldn't sit, it was terrible. And it was kind of depressing as a ballerina to be so um, incapacitated. This was when I was 36. So I did have a great career. And then I cured myself. And when I cured myself, I realized more about how to cure and heal others in a new way of understanding and looking at the body, different than maybe doctors and physical therapists. So I started my program, which is now called Pilates Ballet. And the reason why I call it Pilates Ballet is because of my mastering Pilates and my mastering of ballet. So therefore, I'm bringing to you my mastering of knowledge. And so now when I'm working with people, I feel I can dissect and analyze what's going on with their body internally, because as a dancer, I organically understand the body so deeply. So if I look at somebody and they say, "Oh, I don't understand why my hip hurts." Okay, well, let me see how you're standing. Close your eyes, stand for a minute. And as they're standing, after about 15 seconds, they start relaxing into what they normally stand, their posture. And then I start seeing, oh my gosh, you're standing on the outside of your left foot, and your right hip is higher than the left, and your pelvis is rotated. I know exactly how to fix you.
Mm.
And then I start them up with a 10-step program. And that program helps them understand how to move their bones. I mean, I look at the body like an architect looks at a building. You have to understand the steel beams, and to work an elevator, you have to understand where the elevator moves within these steel beams and what happens with the cables. So when I try to educate my clients about the body, I talk about how the bones move in movement, and how sometimes they're moving in different directions. And if you understand how your bones are moving, then I can explain how the muscles wrap around the movement, and how to hone in mentally to activate both your bones, the harmony of the bones, with the muscle isolation.
Wow. So you basically, I know that physical therapists actually come to you, or they send you their patients, because you understand much more, much better how the body moves and works, thanks to your, years of training as a ballerina, and as studying the body, basically.
Well, I don't. I think of it as I know it differently than they do. because I honor and respect their intelligence, and I go to physical therapists for their understanding of the body, and they come to me for my understanding of the body. So
So
it's
it's a
like,
combination. It's a combination of the two, and you probably have a more creative way of of
I
looking at it.
do. I
Yeah.
do, like a physical therapist will, maybe sometimes some physical therapists will go by the book and say, oh, yes, you've got a knee problem. You've got to do this, this, and this. And they just tell them to do the exercise. I don't tell people just do it. I tell them to find the muscle isolation, to look for it, to feel it, to kind of hone in on it. And just those basic beginnings, sometimes people can't really find that muscle they're trying to work. And if your brain sends a signal to that muscle, it starts to build more muscle fibers in that one area because of the electrical stimulation that goes on from the brain to the muscle isolation.
Hmm.
So, I mean, just sitting there, if you can activate your shoulder blades, right shoulder blade down, left shoulder blade down, or your bicep, you feel it because those are muscles you use a lot. But do you know how to activate your right side of your ab and your left side of your ab?
Yeah.
So,
Well, because you have this amazing training that allowed you to really control every single part of your body with your brain, and so you have this special, unique, way of approaching any type of pain that people may have. And so, how do how they can contact you? How can people contact you? Through your website, through your email? What's the best way?
they can call me 650-465-7919 and set up an appointment. They can go to my email, Stephanie@pilatesballet.com. They can look me up on my website, pilatesballet.com. Um, the first step is making that contact so I can find out if I can help you. And
It's on Zoom. It's on Zoom. Everything is on Zoom at the moment.
right,
But
virtual.
okay. So you
I am
can tell.
virtual.
No, but so you can tell when people. I mean, people are gonna walk in front of you on the Zoom, and they're gonna. I mean, it's a little bit easier when it's physical, right? It's as far
No,
as finding
actually,
out, but you can tell.
it's really, when I started Zoom because of COVID a year ago, I was scared, but I think my background and my training and my eye can see so well, even on Zoom, that I'm healing so many people, even virtually. I mean, I see it, I just see it immediately. My eyes train to see it. So I just can't touch you.
Well, soon, hopefully soon we'll be able to, But so you cured yourself through simply Pilates, or did you change anything else, like your
No,
diet or?
it's a combination of learning about the anatomy, the skeleton, how it works, the muscle isolation, to look into therapies like gyrotonic expansion system and other kinesiology awareness of the body. And then when I finally, what really worked was to just find out that my knee needed just a little bit of strengthening in just a certain area. That's all. Just that certain area was where that little minute weakness was causing compensation patterns. And when I realized that these tiny compensation patterns that occur with people that are injured causes more injury and pain. And that's when I had that aha moment, like, oh my God, I can see this in people. I can see where the compensation patterns are developing. So I think that's why physical therapists send their clients to me, and doctors when they're baffled.
When they're desperate, they don't know what to do. They say, okay,
I don't know what to do.
hopefully Stephanie knows. She probably knows what's wrong.
And then I
Yeah.
go, oh, that's simple. Just do this, this, and this. And they're like, oh, and then they
Wow.
keep sending me more clients.
Wow. Yeah, no, well, it makes sense. It makes sense. So many times we have an injury, and then we compensate by putting the foot a little bit, more like this or like that, and then we ruin other things. Yeah.
So there are ballerinas that come to me also
Oh,
because
wow.
I can see where their injury has stemmed from, and I can talk their language to explain to them, well, when you do the pirouette, you need to have your left, gluteus medius rotating to the left, and explaining it to them in that way. So,
In the terms that they understand.
yes.
And so how does it work specifically? You said you have a 10 days only?
Well, it's a 10-step program. So 10 sessions to begin with is the first step is your fitness assessment, where I diagnose and analyze what's going on with your body. Then I design a program for you. The next 10 sessions, I slowly educate you. Educating you will take 10 sessions for you to understand things that you have not learned before about the skeleton and how it's moving, and how to hone in on your muscle isolation in harmony with the skeleton. And by the end of the 10 sessions, you kind of got it. But now that you got it and you're sort of applying it, I suggest to continue with the second step, which is the maintenance program, where I build the strength more. And then people choose to either do this, continue the second step with me personally, or I will put you together with another person as a duet, a trio, or a group of 4.
And you do, and how long are the sessions every time?
It's 55 minutes.
Okay. And you do exercises, I mean, and things that, because usually Pilates is with big machines.
Oh,
You don't need, right?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you that I have this Stretch Ease band that is a full body band. It's about this wide, and it's as tall as you are. Comes in 3 sizes, and you put yourself in this band, and you're able to have the resistance as a Pilates machine. So I sell this band called Stretchy's Band and an inflatable ball. And from there, my clients start working out with this band and learn how to maneuver in all these different fun ways. And it's like your own little Pilates machine.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful to know. Well, I'm always looking, and I always forget to see, there were some people, but we're looking at comments, and we're probably gonna get them after our live. Well, wonderful, Stephanie. One more thing I wanted to ask you. You look amazing. What do you do to keep up? Do you still dance? Do you still?
I still love to perform and dance and be a role model to my clients, so that because you're aging doesn't mean you have to stop moving. And I continue to work Pilates ballet on my own body, which keeps me healthy. And I am 70 years young. And I have a TV show, The Stephanie Herman Show, which you can see on YouTube. And I just performed 3 dances on it a couple of months ago on Zoom during COVID, just to share with people that the inspiration of hope and fun.
To keep going, no matter what. And that's
Well, you
wonderful.
just have to be smarter. It's not like don't push, just be smarter. And I'm here to help you be smarter.
That's wonderful. Well, ballerina, Pilates master, a choreographer, right?
Right.
Performer. You are incredible. And the sky is not even the limit. Let's put it this way for
Well,
you.
no, 'cause I'm writing my memoir right now. So I hate to be bored. So I hope that'll be out this summer.
That's nice. Wow. And you're going to put it on, what is it? Amazon, I guess. Everything. We're going to have the link soon. Okay. I think I put pretty much all the links to contact you and to look at you have a short, is that a short movie?
That's 40 minutes. It's called Ballerina One Woman Play. And at the age of 67, I decided to go back into performing live. And I did this one performance and I had it filmed. And then film festivals gave me awards for it. And you can watch it on YouTube or you can go on my
It's
website.
right here. It's right here on the, we put it here, the link. So it's on
It's very
YouTube.
humorous and touching.
Oh, it's wonderful. Well, so much and so little time, but I hope that our audience understands how extensive your experiences, and if you need help, if you have any pains, if you have, or if you want to maintain and look amazing like Stephanie, and just give her a call or contact her through our all the contacts that we have below. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Stephanie, and I hope to see you again soon because I want to know more about your endeavor. So you're always welcome.
Thank
So
you. And
thank you,
everybody
and
too.
until next time, thank you, everyone.